The Recorded Dreams. My name is Sarah, I'm 23, and what I'm about to tell you still makes me afraid to sleep. It all began when I bought a new phone. I had been using my old phone since high school. It was laggy, the battery barely lasted, and the screen was cracked, to the point where I had to tap it 3 times just to open anything. So I saved up and finally bought a newer model online. Mid-range, nothing fancy, but clean, fast, and mine. It arrived on a Tuesday afternoon. I remember because I was working from home and bored, and unboxing it gave me something to do. I did everything right. Reset the old phone, transferred my contacts, and logged in with my Google account. No strange apps, no shady downloads. Just the basics. WhatsApp, Instagram, email, Spotify. The first night with the phone, I didn't even think twice. I charged it beside my bed, scrolled for a bit, set my alarm, and fell asleep like I always do. When I woke up, there was a new notification. A voice message. No contact name. Just a number. A long, international-looking one I didn't recognize. At first, I thought it was a spam call or robocall, but it wasn't a call. It was a voice message. Sent at 3:14 a.m. Curious, I played it. At first, I wasn't even sure what I was hearing. Just faint breathing. Shuffling sounds. Some kind of soft background noise. Then I recognized the breathing pattern. It was mine. I was listening to myself sleeping. There was no mistaking it. The rhythm, the way I sometimes exhale with a faint whistle. It was me, alone, in bed. And this wasn't a recording I had made. I checked the mic access permissions. No apps had used it. The file wasn't stored locally. It was a message, sent from that number. Somehow, someone had recorded me sleeping and sent me the file. I was creeped out, but I figured there must be some logical explanation. Maybe I'd installed something weird by accident, or maybe some backup app triggered it. So I deleted the file and shrugged it off. The next night, I was more anxious going to bed. I left the phone face down and turned on the Do Not Disturb mode, locked the windows, double-checked the front door. When I woke up, there was another voice message. This time, it was over a minute long. I hesitated before playing it. I don't know why, but something about the time, 3:07 a.m., made my stomach twist. I clicked play. It was me again. Soft breaths, faint rustling. But this time, in the background, I heard something else. A voice, faint, male, low. It was whispering something I couldn't quite understand. I played it again, turning the volume all the way up. Sarah, wake up. I froze. I checked every door in the apartment. Everything was locked. There were no signs of entry. My phone had no signs of malware, and I hadn't given Mike access to anything except voice messages. Still, I changed every password, disabled Google Assistant, turned off Bluetooth, everything. I was paranoid, I'll admit. But something about that voice felt wrong. Not just creepy, wrong. Like it didn't belong in this world. I told my friend Chloe about it. She laughed it off. It's probably some weird app glitch, she said. Or a prank. Maybe someone has a clone of your number or something. Still, I was unsettled. Who would prank me like that? And why would they whisper my name like they were standing right beside me? The next night, I couldn't sleep. I kept waking up and glancing at the phone. At 3:05 a.m., I felt this pressure in my chest, like something was off. At 3:07, the screen lit up with a new message. I couldn't bring myself to listen to it. Instead, I opened my notes app and typed out everything I was experiencing. Every detail. The times, the voices, the feelings. That morning, I caved and listened to the third recording. The breathing was the same, but this time, the voice didn't whisper. It laughed. A quiet, breathy chuckle that rose just behind my own snoring. Then silence. Then the whisper again. Sarah, you can't hear me yet. That was when I started setting up a camera. I bought a simple night vision webcam and hooked it up to my old laptop, facing my bed. I figured if anyone was coming into my room, I'd see it. That night, I had trouble falling asleep, but eventually drifted off. When I woke up, I rushed to the laptop. The file was gone. Gone. Not corrupted, not blank, just completely deleted. I knew I hadn't done it. I had set it to autosave to an external drive. I checked my phone. There was no new voice message this time. But there was a text, not from a number, just a name. Me. It read, "No more cameras, Sarah. Just listen." I stood in my kitchen for over an hour, holding the phone, feeling like I was going to throw up. I don't know what it was. A hacker, a stalker, a glitch in reality? I decided I was done. I reset the phone, removed the SIM, and stuffed it in a drawer. That night, I turned off all electronics. I tried to sleep. Still, at exactly 3:07 a.m., my backup laptop, the one I hadn't touched in weeks, turned on by itself. Its screen lit up. The microphone indicator blinked. And then, silence. I unplugged it and threw it in a closet. I didn't sleep that night. The next morning, I packed a bag and left. I went to stay with my parents, 2 hours away. I didn't tell them anything, just that I was tired, overwhelmed. They welcomed me in. I bought a cheap, used flip phone and left the smartphone in a box under my old bed. A few days passed. Nothing happened. No messages, no voices. I started to feel normal again, like I could breathe, until last night. I was going through some old boxes in my childhood room, looking for a charger. I found an old external hard drive I used in college, one I hadn't touched in years. Out of curiosity, I plugged it into my mom's laptop. There was a new folder, dated yesterday. It was titled Dream 6. Inside, it was a single audio file. I clicked it. My breath caught in my throat. Breathing. Mine. And then, the voice. Clear, calm, close. "Sarah, you can't run. I deleted everything, but I know it's not over. Somehow, whatever this is, it followed me. It watches. It listens. Not through apps, not through code. Through something else. Something I don't understand. All I know is, if you ever find a voice message you didn't send, recorded in the middle of the night, don't play it. Play.